Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is John, and tonight I will be walking you through how to install and use OpenPGP to encrypt text files and emails. Links to OpenPGP will be in the description. So let us get started now. First, you will open up your web browser. Go to openpgp.org. You will select Get OpenPGP Software. On this screen, it will list all the different operating systems that are available. As you can see from right here, Windows, Mac OS, Android, iOS, Linux. This is a Windows machine that I'm currently on, so I'll be using Windows. More specifically, I'm going to use GPG for Win. So I'm going to click GPG for Win. Click the web address listed right here. And up here, it's going to say whatever the current version is. Currently, the version is 3.1.10. Who knows, in a few years it might be like 3.2 who knows what. Whatever it is, you can just click that. It'll update to the newer version. This is a donation screen. You do not need to donate any money. So you can select $0 and you'll be just fine. You'll get the same software as if you click $25. So hit $0. Click download. It's going to want you to save this file. So click on save. It'll go up to your downloads bar. Once it is finished, you can go up to your downloads bar and click open file, and it'll launch the installer. And after that, you can exit out of your web browser, save a little resources on your computer. And here's just your general welcome screen to the installer, telling you a little bit about it. You can click next. And then this is all the different little components to it. Whatever's up there, if all you're doing is wanting to encrypt and decrypt emails, you do not have to change whatever's already checked. You can click next, and this is going to be your install location. If you you'd rather install the program elsewhere, feel free to click browse and change it. I'm just going to pop it right on in my programs 86 file and move along. Now it's going to go through the whole installation process. This could take up to 2 or 3 minutes, depending on your computer. Sometimes a lot less, sometimes a lot more. And once it is completed, it's going to Let's see. Next, here we go. I didn't even notice that button was blue. Whoops. Leave the Run Cleopatra box ticked. Hit Finish. And it will open up Cleopatra, which this is the icon for it over here. In case you unticked it, don't worry. It does install a desktop icon by default. And you can see this is from a test I did earlier. I'm just going to delete that so it looks just like how yours will on a clean install. So this is what it should look like for you on a clean install. You'll go up to File, New Key Pair, create a personal OpenPGP key pair. I'm just going to name this one Test 1, but if you're wanting to use this for real, you might want to name it something a little more serious so you can keep track of it. But if not, Test 1 if you're just testing. Why not, right? And here under advanced settings, you can change like all the encryption details and everything. If you want, you don't really have to if you don't want to. I'm going to leave it as the defaults for this one. This is going to give you the whole parameters. You can show all the details, like the name of it. If you put an email, it'll give you the email it was going to be used for as well, but this will give you all the technical information if you wish to see that. Click Create. Now it's going to make you enter a passphrase. Make sure it's something you can remember. So I'm going to use a pretty generic one myself, since this is just a test, not really going to use this to send anything sensitive. This may take a minute. Then we're going to click Finish, because as you can see, key pair created successfully. Fingerprint, basically how it's identified by your computer, which key it is. And there you go. Here's test 1. Now what we're going to do is right click on it, click Export, go down to Desktop, because, well, you can export it wherever you want. I'm exporting it to my desktop because easiest to do. I'm going to name it Test 1. This is the public key, so I'm going to call it Public. This is the key you would want to send to someone else and have them encrypt using it to send you a file. And then it's always wise to create a backup of the secret key or the private key in case you ever lose access to the private key on your computer already. To create it, you're going to have to enter your passphrase. And you can see here, because I entered the passphrase correctly, secret key was successfully exported. Now, if you're at all curious on what this looks like on the inside, you can right-click, hit Edit. I'm opening it up in Notepad++. Disregard that, I've not updated my Notepad in a little while. And this is pretty much your public encryption key, or at least my public encryption key. Yours, hopefully, would be something very different. That, or you should go play the lotto because you are very lucky. Okay. So you may be wondering how we're going to take our little text message right here. This is the test message and encrypt it using that key over there. So what we're going to do is copy this to the clipboard. Go down to here to show all your hidden icons, and you should have one for Cleopatra. I do not know why she's multiplying in my bar right now. My computer acts a little weird at times. Encrypt. And then you're going to do open PGP, add recipient, test, hit OK. Well, it's test 1 for me. I'm going to clarify that. Test 1 for me, but for you it would be whatever you named your key. Click next, and you can see encryption successful. Tick the OK box, and I have this Word doc right here already, test proofs, and boom. That is our encrypted message. Now to decrypt it, we're going to select the text block again, hit copy, go back down to the little Cleopatra head, go to clipboard, decrypt/verify. Now for this, since it's using the private key, you will need to enter the passphrase for it. So hopefully you remembered it. Otherwise, you'll need to recreate you'll need to create a new key with a new passphrase. And you can see here, you entered it correctly. Clipboard contents are now back in the clipboard, but decrypted this time. So let's see here. Let's open up the test proofs. This is the test message. Now let's compare it to our original one. I'd say we encrypted and decrypted it pretty successfully there. And thank you all for checking this out. If